Welcome to Rich Life, for elevated living.
Here's how Bernard Arnault built LVMH into a luxury goods empire, got his 5 kids in the family business, and became the richest person in the world. The 73-year-old French businessman is the chairman and CEO of LVMH Moët Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, known as LVMH. Arnault owns a 97.5% stake in Christian Dior, which controls 41.2% of LVMH. Arnault comes from the northern French town of Roubaix. He studied engineering at one of France's most prestigious schools, the École Polytechnique. After graduating, Arnault went to work for his father's construction company, Ferret-Savenel. In 1984, Arnault acquired an ailing company called Agache Willet-Boussac, which owned brands like French department store Bon Marché and the fashion house Christian Dior. He renamed the firm Financière Agache and initiated a turnaround, cutting costs and selling off some of its businesses. Soon after, he bought fashion house Celine and funded the French designer Christian Lacroix. In the late 1980s, Arnault said his goal was to run the world's largest luxury company within the following decade. He then set his sights on LVMH Moët Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, spending $2.6 billion buying up shares in order to become the company's largest shareholder, and its chairman and CEO by 1989. Arnault married Anne Duvrin in 1973 and they had 2 children together before separating in 1990. Arnault remarried to Helena Mercier, a Canadian concert pianist, in 1991. He reportedly wooed her by playing Chopin and other classical composers. The French billionaire and his wife live on Paris's left bank, south of the Seine River, a historic area that includes neighborhoods such as the Latin Quarter and Saint-Germain-des-Prés. In their home, Arnault keeps a collection of modern and contemporary art from artists that include Jean-Michel Basquiat, Damien Hirst, Maurizio Cattelan, Andy Warhol, and Pablo Picasso. Arnault has 5 children, 2 with his first wife and 3 with his current wife. Delphine, Arnault's oldest daughter, is the apparent heiress to the LVMH empire. She started her career at American consultancy firm McKinsey & Company in Paris and is now the executive vice president at Louis Vuitton. In January 2019, Delphine became the youngest member of LVMH's executive committee at age 43. Delphine married Italian wine heir Alessandro Vallarino Gancia in 2005 in what Forbes called France's wedding of the year. The couple divorced in 2010. She now reportedly lives with tech billionaire Xavier Niel and has 1 daughter. But Delphine is notoriously private about her personal life. "I'm quite discreet," she told the Financial Times in a rare 2014 interview. "I think I'd rather focus on my work." Delphine's younger brother, Antoine, is chief executive of menswear label Berluti and chairman of the cashmere label Loro Piana, both LVMH brands. In addition to those roles, Antoine was named head of communications and image for LVMH in June 2018, and in late 2022, took on a new position, CEO of the family holding company, Christian Dior SE. He's married to supermodel Natalia Vodianova, whom he reportedly met on a shoot for a 2008 Louis Vuitton campaign when he was the brand's head of communications. Alexander, the son of Bernard Arnault and Helena Mercier, was the CEO of Moët, a German luggage brand owned by LVMH. Following LVMH's acquisition of Tiffany & Company last year, Alexander was named Tiffany's executive vice president of product and communications. He appears to be friends with Evan Spiegel, the chief executive of Snap, Snapchat's parent company. Spiegel told the New York Times that Alexander is a really creative guy, and that he's constantly thinking about the brand and how to express that. Alexander's younger brother, Frederick, also has a role at LVMH. He joined the conglomerate as the strategy and digital director at Swiss luxury watch brand Tag Heuer, LVMH's largest watch brand, in 2018. Last June, Frederick became Tag Heuer's CEO. Frederick graduated from his father's alma mater, École Polytechnique in Paris, and interned at Facebook and consulting firm McKinsey before joining LVMH as the temporary head of connected technologies at Tag Heuer in 2017. Arnault's youngest son, Jean, aged 23, got involved at LVMH in 2021, quietly joining Louis Vuitton as Director of Marketing and Product Development, Watches. He owns a sprawling vacation villa in glitzy Saint-Tropez on the French Riviera. Arnault has also reportedly spent at least $96.4 million on residential properties in Los Angeles in the Beverly Hills, Truesdale Estates, and Hollywood Hills neighborhoods. Arnault has rubbed shoulders with some of the world's influential figures, in the fashion world and otherwise. In 2017, he met President Donald Trump at Trump Tower in New York City right before Trump's inauguration to discuss expanding LVMH factories in the U.S. He was photographed at parties with Lady Diana, Princess of Wales. Arnault was reportedly friends with Apple founder Steve Jobs, who once said to Arnault, "You know, Bernard, I don't know if in 50 years my iPhone will still be a success, but I can tell you, I'm sure everybody will still drink your Dom Perignon." Former Goldman Sachs chief executive Lloyd Blackfein once called Arnault a complete visionary, adding that he saw the increase of wealth in the world. Arnault is reportedly longtime friends with former French President Nicolas Sarkozy. Arnault was a witness at the former president's wedding to Carla Bruni. Here, Arnault can be seen shaking hands with Vladimir Putin during the Russian president's 2003 visit to the Château Cheval Blanc vineyard in France, which is owned by LVMH. Arnault considered legendary late designer and Chanel creative director Karl Lagerfeld a good friend. "The death of this dear friend deeply saddens me, my wife and my children," Arnault said in a statement upon Lagerfeld's death. "We loved and admired him deeply. Fashion and culture has lost a great inspiration." Arnault has a long-standing public rivalry with François Pinault, the founder of luxury group Kering, who's worth about $50 billion. LVMH originally tried to acquire a majority stake in Gucci in 1999, but Pinault ultimately snatched up the brand. Over the years, Arnault has built LVMH into the largest luxury conglomerate in the world and earned himself an imposing nickname, the Wolf in the Cashmere Coat. He's behind the creation of Foundation Louis Vuitton, a Frank Gehry-designed contemporary art museum and performance space in Paris that opened in 2014. Arnault is getting richer at an astonishing rate. In January 2019, he made $4.3 billion in a single day after LVMH shares surged 6.9%. And just 16 months later, on June 19, Arnault again made news when he became the third person in the world to reach a $100 billion net worth. In November 2020, LVMH completed its nearly $16 billion acquisition of jeweler Tiffany & Company, a history-making deal in the luxury sector. The contentious deal came after multiple lawsuits, a public war of words, and a $400 million discount. In early December 2022, Arnault briefly unseated Elon Musk as the world's richest person, then later officially claimed the top spot, with a fortune worth $178 billion. LVMH announced in January a shakeup to its executive ranks that includes elevating Delphine Arnault to CEO of Christian Dior, the first time she'll take the helm of one of LVMH's brands. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.